My school just can't seem to have a normal field trip. Example number one of this is this one field trip I had last year. So this one was a special thing for students that had straight A's. I know, I'm something of a genius. Bro, who just called me a nerd? Oh, I didn't mean to drop. I did not mean to drop. Dude, I can't aim. I think it's the sensitivity on my mouse, guys. It's a little off. That's why I'm playing bad. But our broke school couldn't afford a bus. Dude, okay, now the sensitivity's too high. What the hell? Because we ended up Ubering to the planetarium. Our school literally had to, like, call Ubers for this field trip. And so as I just said, we went to the planetarium. And you might think like, oh, well, did y'all like learn anything about like planets or something? No. And I'm glad we didn't, because that'd be really lame if it's like, hey, you guys are really hardworking students that have straight A's, and as a reward, we're gonna make you guys do more schoolwork. But thankfully, instead, we went to planetarium and we just took photos, which sounds stupid, but the planetarium has like a really good view of the city. And then we once again Ubered to the actual place of the field trip, which was this like really nice restaurant. It wasn't like fancy or anything, but basically the concept of the restaurant is that they have really good meats, and there's this like little like thing. It's like a disc, and it has a red side and a green side, and if you have it on the green side, they just keep bringing you more meat. And they also had this like buffet area with like cheeses and stuff and like salads. So we get to the restaurant, and the first thing I see is a Kahoot join code. They made us do this Kahoot on like table etiquette, which was fair enough because I probably would not have performed properly enough. And then they actually start bringing out the food. And I'm telling you, dude, I mean like the meat was so good, especially the like German sausage or whatever type of sausage it was so good. I damn near started like putting the food in my pockets to take it home. Like if I ever go there again, bro's trying to hide. If I ever go there again, I will be bringing Tupperware, okay? I don't care about no table etiquette. I don't care that it's a fancy restaurant. I will be bringing a Tupperware, and I will be bringing as much as I can home. Not just because the food's good, but also because, like, my family's just way too broke to ever actually go to that restaurant. So I gotta make the most out of it, you know? Are you seriously just boxing in again? Okay. So then that was one field trip. The second one was this year, and it was for driver's ed. And now that sounds really fun, right? I think driving is really cool. And so like having a whole field trip related to just driving already sounded fun. And then they said that we were going to get to drive golf carts, and that there was going to be driving simulators. So I was hyped, okay? I thought that this was gonna be like one of the best field trips of all time. One that I would tell my grandkids about.
You should have seen me, Sonny. I was drifting like crazy.
But in total, we ended up doing this like crash simulator. We saw both the driving simulators and the golf carts, but we didn't actually, because we were in, there was a bunch of different groups that were going around doing the different things, and we didn't actually get to do either one of those. No, why would I go by the edge? Oh my god, I'm stupid. Well, also we got to ride those like electric lime scooters around in a circle. Yo, how are they already rushing us? I swear to god. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this game. Okay, they are as well, so we're good. But so like the two coolest parts of the trip, I didn't get to do at all. But instead of that, half of the time was spent watching this like presentation of, there was just a bunch of different people talking. And it wasn't about like how to be a safer driver. It was like just a bunch of the different sponsors having representatives like talk about different stuff. And that lasted like a whole hour. Then there was like 20 minutes that were spent, like there was this like group of guys, and they just came in, there was a trampoline, and they just did a bunch of like flips. Like it was literally just 20 minutes of these dudes just like doing flips, and they would like flip really high, and they even had a bunch of people like line up, and then they would flip over all of them. Was it cool? Yes. But how did that make me a better driver? That did not make me a better driver in any way, shape, or form. I also lost my backpack on this trip, and it was not my fault in the slightest. Oh, nice. So I asked the teacher beforehand if I could leave my backpack on the bus. It's like I wanted to bring my backpack, but I didn't want to be carrying it around with me the whole time. And they were like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Turns out it was not fine because then apparently the driver just like left. No, I ran out of blocks. Wow. Yo, what is this defense, bro? Why do we have exclusively wool? Like one layer of wool. What are we doing? I gotta do everything around this house. Ain't nobody making a good defense. In the end, it actually wasn't that bad. Like, they just delivered the backpack to me the next morning. But the worst part is that the same thing happened to me 3 days later, dog. So I was going to a cross-country meet, and they got a bus to take the whole team there, which had never happened before in the entire history of my school, which it isn't that impressive, right? Because my school is literally 16 years old. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. But still, the fact that we had a bus was great, right? Like, it means that they're finally spending money on the cross-country team. And so we get there and we take our running stuff we bring with us, but all of our other stuff we just leave on the bus. And we're like, yeah, well, we'll just grab it when we get back. And then after the race, we go to get on the bus, and it turns out that the guy just dipped and is now 30 minutes away, or at least that's what they told us, because it wasn't for another hour until the bus actually got back. And you know, like, we kind of needed that bus because it had all of our stuff. And on top of that, that was the day that we had homecoming. So after waiting for an entire extra hour for the bus to get here, I had to go home from my race. I had time to shower and then change, and I barely got there. Like, the doors closed at 7 and we got there at 7 o'clock. Wow, that was the worst play I've made in my entire Bed Wars career. On a side note, while I was at prom, I thought, like, imagine if they had an event that was like prom, but instead of playing like hype music, imagine if they played just straight like chill stuff, you know, like Frank Ocean and like SZA or whatever. I don't know if I'm like onto something with that idea, or if it would just be boring. Now, if you want to see me tour my setup and my room, then click on this video right here.